I'm not gonna tell you what to do or what to think. My goal is to teach you how to think, because teaching people how to think will forever be superior to telling people what to think. So let's begin. Have you ever had a moment in your life where it just feels off? Like you're going through the motions, but something is missing. You're busy, but it feels like what you're doing doesn't really matter. You want to change your life into something more, but nothing ever really changes. Is this all life has to offer? Don't worry, this feeling is too common. It's no coincidence we live in a world full of distractions. Our attention is constantly being pulled in 100 different directions. Entertainment, instant gratification, the endless demand for our focus. Now, don't get me wrong, entertainment isn't bad on its own, but unmanaged entertainment comes with a very high cost. Entertainment makes you feel good mentally, but it's only temporary. So what about long term? The moment you're not entertained, you get something like extreme boredom or emptiness, and maybe you even feel depressed. Do you see the trap? Everything is designed to keep you distracted, entertained, and focused on insignificant events. So you're never really focused on what's important in your life. Today, I'm going to show you how to break free from this trap, and I'm hoping to wake you up by exposing you to a different perspective. To do that, we have to go deeper. What is the meaning of life? To find this out, we're gonna break it into 4 subjects. Subject 1, entertainment, how it's ruining your life. Subject 2, emotions, the cause of your downfall. Subject 3, imperfection, what gives purpose to your life. Subject 4, where the meaning of life is found. Subject 1, entertainment. Jean Baudrillard, renowned philosopher and cultural theorist, quotes, "We live in a world where there is more and more information and less meaning." What does that mean? Modern entertainment gives us a false sense of fulfillment. We consume endless content, videos, news, games, but none of it adds depth into our lives. Entertainment tricks us into feeling fulfilled when in reality, we're just avoiding the problems we need to face. Entertainment acts as a form of self-deception. It offers comfort, but at what cost? Is avoiding the truth really worth it? The answer is no. It will give you a life free of pain, but free of growth. So it's like staying stuck in a circle, repeating the same mistakes again and again and again. Problems will keep adding up, and all you'll be able to do is avoid them by filling your mind with useless information. Even further, the avoidance of the truth and your constant need for distraction leads you to create false beliefs and narratives just to feel comfortable. Over time, you become trapped in these illusions far from the truth you need to face in order to truly move forward. Once this happens, it will feel almost impossible for you to find solutions because you're now living in your own reality. And as these problems stay unsolved, the deeper the hole you dig for yourself becomes. Unless you are already the best version of yourself, entertainment is your enemy. The solution is to minimize it and face the truth. And the truth is that you have infinite potential. There is nothing that you're incapable of. And that's why you must stop avoiding the truth. Take a hard look at your life and identify what needs improvement. Your current situation is a reflection of your past choices. Every belief, habit, and action has led you here. This isn't an overnight change solution, but a gradual process. After you recognize what you want to change and improve in your life, start setting goals. And this is where you begin to understand how to determine if something is for entertainment or serves a different purpose. Start by considering its intent and impact on your well-being. Reflect on whether your current activities are productive and if they contribute positively to your life. Ultimately, evaluate if what you're doing is enhancing the quality of your life or simply providing a distraction. If what you're doing is not enhancing your quality of life in any way or contributing to your goals, it's considered a distraction. I want you to write this down. The worth of something is determined by whether it moves me forward or holds me back. Using this principle, you'll be able to determine the true value of your choices, habits, and even the people around you. Subject 2. Emotions. Viktor Frankl, renowned neurologist, psychologist, philosopher, quotes, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth. We can either react impulsively or take control and grow from them. Emotions are far more influential than you think. Consider this. When was the last time you faced something you feared? When was the last time you did something uncomfortable? Emotions have shaped most, if not all, of your life choices. Our minds are trained primarily to act on emotions that feel positive. Keyword, trained. As humans, we prefer to do the bare minimum needed to survive. We choose comfort and familiarity over challenge, opting for easy paths that maintain stability rather than ones that promote growth. Here's the paradox. Positive emotions can have negative effects on our lives, but negative emotions can have positive effects on our lives. Positive emotions, while uplifting, can lead to complacency. When you're happy and comfortable, you're less likely to confront problems or make necessary changes. These moments of positivity create a false sense of security, making you less inclined to seek growth or improvement. Whereas negative emotions, though often seen as undesirable, have powerful positive effects. Emotions like frustration, sadness, or even anger can act as catalysts for reflection and change. When experiencing discomfort, we are more likely to confront challenges, reevaluate our choices, and push ourselves forward. Negative emotions can be really uncomfortable, but they often reveal areas of our lives that need attention and growth. This is why you see many successful individuals credit their achievements to overcoming pain or discomfort, because the negativity forced them to grow beyond their limits. These negative experiences served as catalysts for their personal growth and eventual success. The difference lies on how you view and use negative emotions. If you understand their effects and choose to harness them, they can work in your favor. If you're unable to take action and make decisions that are best for your growth, regardless how you feel, it means you are not controlling your mind is controlling you. Your emotions are stripping away your free will and your ability to make intentional choices. Emotional choices are those decisions made to pursue immediate gratification or comfort, actions taken simply to make us feel good in the moment. On the other hand, intentional choices are made with the goal of improvement or growth, even if they involve discomfort or effort. And while emotional choices can provide fleeting satisfaction, intentional choices often lead to long-term benefits and personal development. Your goal with emotional control isn't to strip away your emotions, rather is to be able to pursue discomfort when necessary and without wasting time. If you feel like you don't want to do something, it's because of a limiting belief. So next time you feel like you don't want to do something, that's when you have to do it in order to break that limit. Subject 3. Imperfections. Friedrich Nietzsche, renowned philosopher, quotes, "Man is something that shall be overcome. What have you done to overcome him?" This suggests that the journey of self-improvement gives life its purpose. Let's imagine a perfect being. A perfect being has no flaws or needs. He already knows everything, therefore there is nothing left to strive for, learn, or change. Its existence becomes stagnant, devoid of purpose. In this way, perfection makes existence meaningless, as it eliminates the space for evolution, discovery, and the pursuit of something beyond itself. Yet many of us view our imperfection as something to hide or avoid. Society often equates perfection with value, pressuring people to conform to ideals and mask their flaws. But this approach is misguided. We view imperfections as a curse when in reality imperfections are a blessing. Imperfections remind us of our potential of becoming something more and give us the opportunity to learn, adapt, and overcome. They fuel our desire to improve and strive for something greater. Without imperfections, we would lack the motivation and the need to evolve, to challenge ourselves, or to explore new possibilities. Our mistakes and limitations give life its texture. Mistakes are there to teach us, and limiting beliefs exist to be challenged and surpassed. By embracing them, we can find strength and purpose. On the other hand, if we avoid them, here's what happens. Well, besides the fact that we're never growing, then we lack purpose. And when we lack a purpose, we enter a state of confusion as our sense of direction becomes unclear. The purpose of improvement gives us a framework to interpret the world, allowing us to focus on self-improvement rather than just doing nothing and idly complaining about the world's faults or obsessing over whether others' actions or society's treatment of us is right or wrong. Because honestly, who has the time to complain about that stuff when it changes absolutely nothing? You don't have time to complain or argue. You have to adapt and do what's best for yourself and the people around you. Without this guiding force, you become vulnerable to distortion in your perception of reality. This confusion can manifest as self-delusion, where you create a false purpose to fill the void. Your refusal to choose a meaningful purpose allows your mind to be overtaken by false narratives, which cloud your judgment and cause chaos. Without purpose, life becomes a maze of distorted values, where we lose sight of what is truly important and we fall into a spiral of self-doubt and misdirection. Moreover, without a clear purpose, you risk being easily influenced by societal movements, ideologies, or revolutions. In the absence of self-driven meaning, you become vulnerable to adopting a cause or purpose that is not your own but is presented as a solution to the chaos around you. And trust me on this one, I know because I've been through it. Believing and agreeing to something because other people do and say so without questioning it, you're basically limiting yourself because you are not using your mind to explore all the other possibilities. The fact that opposing beliefs exist is a testament to the fact that there is no absolute answer. So that's why it's more optimal to stay neutral. This idea echoes what existential philosophers like Jean-Paul Sartre and Viktor Frankl argue: purpose must come from within. Jean-Paul Sartre emphasizes that individuals are responsible for creating their own meaning in life, while Viktor Frankl discusses how even in the most tragic circumstances, humans can find purpose through a shift in perspective, a form of self-actualization, or by choosing how to respond to suffering. When people fail to establish their own purpose, they risk letting their worldview and actions be determined by external circumstances. If you don't find a purpose yourself, amidst the chaos of the world, one will be inevitably assigned for you. And if you want to make sense of the world, first you need to face reality and accept it the way it is. Don't complain about it. Instead, work on yourself to place yourself in a more advantageous spot within it. By working on yourself and positioning yourself advantageously, You're essentially equipping yourself with a more clear worldview. Then you're able to observe from a place of strength rather than a place of struggle, which allows your judgment to be less influenced by personal insecurities and more aligned with the objective truth. In this way, self-improvement becomes the foundation of wisdom and accurate understanding of the world. Your goal should be to constantly keep on surpassing yourself, placing yourself in stronger positions over time. Don't let your insecurities shape your worldview. Work on them so you can develop a perspective based on strength, one that aligns closer to the objective truth. And the reason this is important is because moving closer to viewing the objective truth about how things work and are in the world completely changes your judgment and decision making, leading you to a completely different path. Whether it's becoming rich, becoming stronger, becoming smarter, or becoming more resilient, you must choose a purpose. And whatever your goal is, it's crucial for you to think in a way in which it will not stunt your growth. Subject 4: Evolution and Self-Identity, where the meaning of life is found. George Bernard Shaw, renowned playwright and critic, quotes, "Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself." You're not someone fixed, defined by external labels or past experiences. Your identity isn't something to discover, it's something you create. And here's where everything we talked about comes together. If you're constantly distracted by entertainment, if you avoid facing your emotions and imperfections, you're not truly connected to who you are. You might think you know yourself, but have you really asked? Who are you? Entertainment fills the quiet spaces, preventing you from reflecting on your true self. It creates a surface level identity that leaves deeper questions unexamined. It numbs your ability to think critically and question what truly matters to you. Similarly, unchecked emotions cloud your self-awareness. If your emotions control you without reflection, they define your actions in ways that don't align with who you want to be. Emotional control and awareness give you the power to act based on your values, not just temporary impulses. Facing your imperfections is also vital. Avoiding them leads to a false identity, one that hides flaws, instead of viewing them as opportunities for growth. Embracing your imperfections is where true self-knowledge comes from. The meaning of life isn't found in comfort or escaping from discomfort. It's found in the process of self-discovery and growth. And here's how you craft who you want to be and create the life you truly want. Discovery, venturing into the unknown, exploring new aspects of life. Evolution, understanding the world around you and adapting to it for your benefit. Creation, building and defining your own identity through these experiences. And to sum this up, let's talk about the winner's mindset. The winner's mindset, building meaning that lasts. In life, we all search for meaning. It's human nature to want purpose, a reason to keep moving forward. But the truth is, people often find meaning only in things they can't really control, like relationships, entertainment, or material possessions. These things aren't bad in themselves. In fact, they can bring immense joy and value. But here's the issue. When you rely entirely on things outside your control, you leave yourself vulnerable. What happens when you lose them? What happens when the relationship ends? When the entertainment no longer distracts you? Or when the material things slip through your fingers? Your world collapses and you lose the meaning in life. This is where the winner's mindset comes in. You need to find something deeper, something within you that isn't at the mercy of outside forces. This is why self-improvement is so optimal. When you focus on growing as a person, on becoming stronger, smarter, more resilient, you can create a source of meaning that can't be taken away from you. And here's the beauty of it. When you've built your foundation on self-improvement, external losses won't destroy you. Instead, now they serve as catalysts, fuel for your growth. That relationship ended. It's a lesson in what you deserve and how to set boundaries. That failure, it's one step closer to success. This mindset gives you the ability to pull positives from negatives. Winners don't fear failure because they know it's inevitable. They see it not as an endpoint, but as part of the process. They're not defined by what they've lost. They're defined by how they use their losses to move forward. When you embrace this perspective, you stop asking stupid questions like, why did this happen to me? And you start asking, what can I learn from this instead? This is the key to building resilience. It's about controlling what you can, your mindset, your actions, your growth, and letting go of what you can't. Because when you focus on yourself, when you improve yourself, you gain power and strengths no one can ever take from you. Life will always throw challenges your way. You'll lose things, face setbacks, and feel pain. But with the right mindset, those negatives can be the very things that lift you up instead of pulling you down. And that's the winner's mindset, a mindset that finds meaning not in what can be lost, but in what can be built, in what you can become. So the next time life throws you a curveball, with this mindset, no matter what happens, you will have the power to pull the positives, to learn, to grow, and to rise. You won't just find meaning in entertainment or relationships. You'll create meaning through self-improvement, resilience, and strength. This is the winner's triad: relationships, entertainment, self-improvement. Balance these three and you'll build a life of fulfillment and purpose. And remember, you always need to keep it balanced. Never take one of these three completely out. Balance is always necessary because when it's broken, it only brings chaos. That's all for this video. If you have any questions, DM me. Also, leave a comment down below with feedback or content ideas you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching, and remember, balance is key.